Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my beautiful YouTube channel. My name is Katerina. I'm a professional makeup artist, and in this video I'm going to share my experience from the last week with the very natural bride who booked me for 3 days, and I was created her dream vision makeup. If you are natural makeup looking girly or bride to be or the makeup artist, this video can be pretty useful for you. Last week I was booked for a 3 days event for a very sweet bride. She was celebrating her big day on Gasparilla Island. It's in Florida. It's very beautiful area, absolutely gorgeous. And she had 3 at some point different looks, but in general it was same kind of natural looking vibe. And the first day she was wearing her mom wedding dress. It was super cute and nice, and I was trying to recreate her mom's bridal makeup, also very neutral. It was a lot of like browns. We did use false lashes, but very natural looking false lashes. The second day for her reception dinner, she wore a very beautiful mermaid looking dress. It was like nice blue color, and she had a vintage purse in a shape of a seashell. It was gold with a little like crystals, and we decided to throw a little bit of golds on her because this was more like fun, but still like more on the natural side. So I created a eyeliner wing, but with just eyeshadow, and I put a little bit of champagne shade golds on her, if it makes sense. So she was sparkly, very fun, and at the same time very vintage and elegant. And the last day, the third day, Saturday, it was actual wedding day. And on her wedding day, we did Sofia Richie-inspired makeup look with everything minimalistic, with almost no makeup on her face, just enhancing a little bit her natural beauty. And she wanted to look like her. She wanted to her skin look like her skin, but not the skin with makeup. So for a lot of makeup artists, it's a big task, because you still want to makeup look good on the pictures, makeup stay, and you also want to make your bride happy, and you want to deliver exactly what she wants. And I decided to make this video and show the products I used to achieve this Sofia Richie-inspired makeup look, and I'm wearing the final version of this makeup. But in a few seconds I'm going to show you how to achieve this beautiful bridal, very natural makeup look. And in today's video I'm going to show you how I achieved that Sofia Richie bridal look. Maybe there is some brides to be watching my channel, or makeup artists who want to get inspired by very natural glam. Because working as a professional makeup artist with other colleagues, I noticed that people sometimes have a hard time to create a very natural look. Because of the trend in the bridal industry of natural actually doesn't mean natural, or means just neutral, but like overdone face, over powdered, like over delivered. So in this case, let's go. I'm going to show you how I did it for my bride. I always preach that the better your skin quality is, the better the makeup going to look. And for prepping my skin, I used my regular skin routine, used Beauty of Joseon. So this is the eye serum cream. I really enjoy this product. It's a Korean beauty, apparently works very well, being at the same time being very affordable. And for my face, I just used Glow Serum Propolis Niacinamide serum. But before my skincare, I did use this sheet mask. So this is brand called Pacifica, and this is super green detox mask. I tried them all. I tried like every single sheet mask on the market, and so far this one is the best I ever tried. I won't afraid to use the word the best, because it is the best on how it makes my skin feel right after. So my pores got smaller, my skin is very smooth and nice, and it feels like I did this ice bath for my skin just using this mask. So it does do a very good job to kind of prepare your skin for makeup or just for the day. Even if you don't wear makeup, it just makes it look like detoxed, exactly what it says. It looks fresh, well rested. And I'm buying those sheet masks in Sprouts, but you also can purchase those on Amazon. It's just like $3, and I'm super happy with this because it's, as I said, it preps my skin perfectly. And of course, I do use for all special events, for brides, I always use primers. For everyday looks, we can skip this step, but for something more, something which needs to be more long wearable, I would use primer. And for my last week bride, I did use Hydro Milk Grip primer. It's a very nice, it's grips makeup, it connects all layers, and I do have it in my professional kit for sure, and this is what I used on myself to recreate the look. So the eyes, I'm going to start with eyes because again I want face being very last, super clean and nice without any fallouts, God forbid. And I'm starting with the eyes. I will prep my eyes with Natasha Denona concealer, just a very tiny layer. I'm using this tiny little mirror so I can just conceal any darkness or redness my eyelid can have for a better application. It's easy step but very necessary. If you still apply your eyeshadow on the empty lid, I'm sorry for you. You just make your life so much harder, because concealer makes things so much easier, and even unless you're using cream eyeshadows. I'm not using cream eyeshadows today. I'm using a powder eyeshadow, so I definitely have to prep my eyelids. For the eye makeup on my bride, I did use this palette, Morphe Vintage Rose 9V. I don't know if they still selling those. Mine is kind of old. However, this is a very beautiful rose colors here, because my bride wanted to have pinks on her eyes, but she didn't want to like this Barbie pink. And this palette has perfect pinks, like dusty rose, rosy, like very beautiful neutral pinks. I'm having a bigger mirror because it was hard to see. And I'm going to take the lightest, like a dusty rose color, and I'm going to apply all over my eyelids. So I'm kind of covering the whole lid with eyeshadow. I always start with middle of my eyelid or closer to eyelashes line, and the leftovers I'm just blend all over my eyelid. And this is going to be the main and only one color we are going to use, just to achieve this a super minimalistic natural look. My bride also had a hazel eyes, so with hazel eyes almost any color looks good on you. So you can play with pinks, neutrals, nudes, it doesn't matter. As long as you blend it smoothly, your makeup going to look nice. The edges I'm going to blend with a clean brush, just so you can't see any edges and everything looks smooth outside. So you can bring leftovers like higher, but the main color should be on the eyelid. You can layer matte eyeshadows like up to 5 times. After that, it doesn't matter much. It's just going to be a lot of product on your face without actually doing anything. So I did around 4 layers, small layers, and this is what I do have. And on the corner of my eyes, I'm going to use this very light pink color. This is what I used on my bride. And I will add a little bit in the corner. And blend it into my eyelid. If for whatever reason it feels too pink, it doesn't feel too pink to me, but if for whatever reason it feels too pink, you can take like a lightest, almost white color from your palette and just add and blend, just to create a lighter option. Guys, this is it. It was everything I applied on her lid. Like, this was minimum eyeshadow. And what else I did, I had an eye pencil and I did just apply it between her lashes to give a definition without creating too much on the eyelid. She didn't want any winged eyeliner, any eyeshadow eyeliner, so I just did add a little bit between her lashes, and that's it. On the first 2 days we did false eyelashes, but on the second, absolutely not. It was just mascara. So I did curl my bride's lashes. And we only did top lashes. We didn't touch bottom lashes, so there was no makeup at all on this area. On her waterline or lashes or underneath on the lower lid, it was zero makeup. Everything was concentrated on the top eyelid area. And I'm not gonna touch mine as well. Usually I add a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes, but not today when I'm recreating my bride's very, very natural glam. And yeah, this was all I did on her eyes. And now we are stepping into the face makeup. And on her face, I was using e.l.f. Halo Glow filter and a little bit of Natasha Denona foundation. So I actually mixed it together for a very beautiful finish, natural. She wanted her skin look like her skin, and she wanted like freckles show up, like she didn't want a lot of coverage. That's why I mixed those two products to achieve this particular need. And I would say it was more e.l.f. product than foundation. For the first 2 days we noticed that she didn't get greasy, her face holds makeup very well, so I decided to use as little powder as I can on her because of this a very natural look she wanted. And I'm going to apply on my face. Got a little lighter than I used to be, so I will just blend on my neck because it's kind of light. It was just one layer of foundation mixed with Halo Glow, but everything in this area I corrected with concealer. It still evens up some redness and some discoloration, but doing this particular way, you can't expect something to be covered. My bride had a perfect skin. I don't have perfect skin, but I have a very decent skin, so I don't have any problems I want to cover. So that's why I feel this particular method works pretty well on me as well. So this is it. I want to pay your attention how natural and glowy this makeup looks. Now I'm going to add a concealer. So I'm going to add it just in this area and blend it down. This is exactly how I did on my bride. I do not add much on this area, just a leftovers on my brush, because I didn't want to overwhelm this side because the whole makeup is so light and so natural. That's why I did like a super thin layer right here. I don't have darker spots under my eyes. However, I did a little bit of color correction on my bride just to even up, like this very very thin layer of pinkish undertone concealer first, and then I have a small layer of a regular concealer just to kind of close it up. So you can see how perfectly this makeup looks, and I have to tell you, a lot of success is because my skin prep. This mask, I just want to pay your attention, and from the bottom of my heart I want to recommend you to try to use it before your makeup, and you will see how different everything is. Just melts like a butter on your face and looks so much more even. I want to assure you, I do not have a perfect skin, but right now with my great skin prep and with this like luminous thin layers makeup, my skin looks perfect and I'm very happy, and my bride was happy too. And now I am going to set very minimum my makeup. I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury. This is what I use on my bride. This is what I use on all my clients to set under eye. Only Charlotte Tilbury and the puff. I don't use any other powders because I know it's gonna work exactly how I want it to work, without creasing, without giving me a hard time. That's it. That's all I did. I didn't overwhelm her with powder because again, you're not gonna achieve natural look having a lot of powder. Too much powder can look not natural, can cake you, can cake the makeup. And if you are looking for this like super duper natural look, you should have a very minimum amount of powder. If you are on the oily side, it's like a different story. Should be kind of different type of techniques to achieve it, but my bride was on a normal side, my skin is normal. So, and the last couple steps, I add very minimalistic amount of bronzer and blush. I used MAC Happy Go Rosy. It's a super rosy, very beautiful bridal type of brush, very bridal type of blush, and I used a decent amount on her. And on her I used NYX Nude Truffle lip liner and MAC. I do have it in my disposable, like in my palette, but the color we used was MAC Cream Cup. It's a very light pink, very bridal color. So take leftovers of my Laneige mask. This is another step of prepping the lips. Always prep the lips before makeup. then I like to use this kind of shades because it's sculptor's lips. So I used okay, and I apply with the fluffy brush. This is it. This is how I created her dream natural bridal makeup look. The main idea was to look like herself without any harsh lines, without changing the definition, without any changing the colors. She wanted to look as natural as she could, and this is how I did it. Please like this video if you enjoyed the process, if you found something useful for you, if you're bride-to-be, please comment, and if you need any tips or tricks and you're doing your bridal makeup yourself, please don't be stranger, comment, ask your question, and I will be happy to help, because the bridal makeup artist is not something everybody can afford, because it's more on a luxury side service, but I'm here to help. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, do all this fun stuff so I can keep growing. I'm already so close to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. It makes my heart sing. I didn't even thought it's possible for me to achieve, but now I'm just 160 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. A great milestone. I'm very grateful. And yeah, remember, no matter how beautiful your makeup is, you will never look pretty with ugly attitude. Goodbye.